More than 30 years of entrepreneurship and skill development training, research, content development, consultancy with specialization in human process training. She's been leading the most talked about government organization these days when your millennial generation is talking about these startups. And it is all, when we say in English, we say that it's all coming down from the horse's mouth. So we all hear that how is she supporting the generation, what all she has done, and what is the future of entrepreneurship after this, when we talk about post-COVID. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vartika. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to interact with these students, because it is very much important for them to understand what entrepreneurship is. So, my dear participant, before I start on entrepreneurship, I would like to tell you about NISBAT. NISBAT, the National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business, is an organization under Ministry of Entrepreneurship and Small Development. The institute or design and organize different type of training program to promote entrepreneurship. We organize program for field level prospective entrepreneurs to international participants. So we organize different category of program for different target group. We also customize or tailor-made program as per the need of the client. We conduct research studies also and cluster development projects. So my dear students, the topic given to me is entrepreneurship development. As you are aware that India is facing the problem of entrepreneurship, problem of unemployment, and to solve the problem of unemployment, there are two options. One is salaried employment, another is self-employment and entrepreneurship. And the salaried employment, the scope or the opportunities in salaried employment is limited. And the situation is worsened post-COVID. So many jobs, people, they left their job and they went back to their villages, their hometown, and they are in search of job. So when we talk about job market is saturated like anything after this COVID-19 pandemic. And then what is the option? The equally attractive career option is entrepreneurship and self-employment. By taking up entrepreneurship as a career, one can get self-employment and provide employment opportunity to others. Entrepreneurship is equally attractive career option. When we see the development, all development is possible because of entrepreneurs. If there are no entrepreneurs, then development will not take place. Economy will not be boosted. So I will not talk about why entrepreneurship, what entrepreneurship, but I will talk about who is an entrepreneur to you. Because why entrepreneurship? It is important for development of the society. It is important for boosting the economy. It is important for solving the problem of unemployment. For students, it is very much important to know who is an entrepreneur and what are the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Okay?
Yeah. So ma'am, we are able to share the screen. Sir, एक बार देख लीजिए शांति सर. Ma'am screen हाँ ठीक.
My PPT is visible?
जी ma'am, जी.
Okay. So when we talk about characteristics of an entrepreneur, it is very much important for us to know who is an entrepreneur. different schools have different definition on entrepreneurship. Like School of Sociology says entrepreneur is a person who help other. School of Management says entrepreneur is a person who manages his enterprise well. School of Economics says entrepreneur is a person who sells, who purchase the product in lesser price and sells it in um, by making profit. School of Psychology says entrepreneur is a person um, who has high need for achievement. So different schools have different opinion or different definition about entrepreneur. I have also tried one definition. As per my definition, an entrepreneur is a person who venture out, takes calculated risk, takes the responsibility of his success and failure, and constantly strive for growth and excellence. So an entrepreneur is a person who venture out. Number one, who starts his or her own enterprise. Second, takes calculated risks. There are two types of risks. One is like gambler, where chances of failure are more. And second one is calculated risk, where chances of success is more than failure. Calculated risk is a risk where we estimate our strength and weaknesses. Accordingly, we select slightly difficult but achievable goal. Takes the responsibility of his success and failure. We are good in taking responsibility of our success. But when we fail, we blame others. But entrepreneur is not a person who blame others. He takes the responsibility of failure also, and he always try to improve and constantly strive for growth and excellence. So there are certain qualities which you might be having or you might not be having. But in case of human being, I mean, when we talk about animal they have a certain level to learn. After that, they cannot. But in case of human being, they can learn desirable behavior and unlearn undesirable behavior. So number one quality is a strong desire to win, need for achievement. I mean, you might have read our ex-president, Shri APJ Abdul Kalam. He said, सपने ऐसे देखें जो कि सोने ना दे. So this is a strong desire to win. हम ऐसे सपने देखें और उसके बेसिस पे we should set the goal, and जब तक गोल अचीव ना हो जाए तब तक हम सोए ना. There are three type of people. I mean, in Hindi or in villages, we normally say Uttam Purush, Madhyam Purush, Nimn Purush. Nimn Purush, those who dream a lot but they don't do anything. Madhyam Purush, those who dream, they start but they leave the task in between. Uttam Purush are those who start the task and they constantly strive for their goal till the goal is not achieved. So the third category of person is known as entrepreneur. They have high need for achievement. Perseverance, an approach of never say die. I mean, there might be many obstacles on the road, but if you never say die, if you never give up, then definitely you will be successful in your career, in your progression path. Entrepreneur prefer a middle road. As I said, moderate risk taking. They don't dream very big, very high. Entrepreneur are a person who are realistic. They understand, they estimate their strength and weaknesses. Accordingly, they select their goal. Slightly difficult, but achievable. I mean, there are many example, student, youth, they come to me and they say, Madam, हमें loan दिला दीजिए. I ask them, कितना loan चाहिए? Madam, 25 लाख दिला दीजिए. क्या करोगे? Madam, कुछ भी कर लेंगे. So such type of attitude is an attitude like gambler. I mean, they don't know about themselves and they are asking or aspiring for 25 lakhs, which any bank or any financial institution cannot provide. So if a person is willing to start his startup or his enterprise, he or she should be clear about himself or herself, that what is his capacity, physical as well as financial. Because today your capacity may be less, but tomorrow it may expand like anything, but you will start from scratch. Alert to opportunity and sizing them to their advantage. Ability to explore opportunity. Here I want to tell you one story. There was a shoe shop merchant who wanted to expand his unit in village. He gave an advertisement in a newspaper that I want a salesperson in the village to open my shop. One person came to him and he said, Sir, I want job desperately, kindly engage me. The shoe merchant, he said, you go to village, do a survey, come back to me. If your answer will be satisfactory, then definitely I will engage you. The person, he went to the village. What he saw that people, they were not wearing shoes, chappal or sandals or anything like that. They were running around barefoot. He went to the village, house to house. He was very desperate. He came back and he told his sir that, Sir, there is no possibility of selling the shoes because people, they are not used to wearing chappal shoes or anything. The merchant said, okay, thank you very much. Again, another person came to him with the same response. The merchant said, you go to the village and do the survey. The second person, he went to the village, he repeated the same thing. He came back with so much enthusiasm. He said, Sir, there is enormous opportunity of selling shoes, chappal and sandals because people, they don't wear shoes, chappal or sandal. I mean, we'll have to educate them and definitely our product will be sold like a hot cake. So you can understand, there were two person, one person could not explore the opportunity, but the other person could explore. There are many examples like Ola, Uber. I mean, taxis are running since long, but nowadays with a one click in our mobile phone, the taxi will be there at our doorstep. So people, they are earning out of that and we are also getting benefit because of that. Similarly, IRCTC. When I was a student, I did my PhD from Banaras Hindu University. When I was a student, I had to go to railway station, and at the end of the day, I was not sure that whether I will be getting a reservation or not. But today, with a click of mouse, I can get the position or the real status, which train is going where and how many seats are available. So IRCTC has made our life easy. At the same time, they are earning money out of it. So we'll have to explore the opportunity and we should have analytical ability. Analyze the thing. I mean, the story itself shows. I mean, analysis of first person was incorrect, whereas analysis of second person was much more better. And there are many companies who are doing innovation because their analysis is very strong, using feedback. At one point of time, it was said that we should learn from our mistake. But now the situation is that we should learn from others' mistake. Facing uncertainty. Entrepreneur person who has to do so many things at one time. He has to, sometimes raw material is short. Sometimes labor problem, sometimes machinery. So he has to face uncertainty and he has to manage his stress, because entrepreneurship is not office job. Is at least he or she has to work 18 into 24 hours. Then only he or she will be successful. And entrepreneurship is not like office job. You'll have to go at 9:30 and come back at 6 p.m. sharp. You'll have to face many problems during the day. If you can manage stress, if you can bear uncertainty, then only you can become an entrepreneur. Independence. This is something very relative. I mean, entrepreneur is a person who enjoys his freedom, who is his or her own boss. But he has all responsibility about himself and about his team. It's not that only he is enjoying independence. He is bearing the responsibility of himself and his team. A person, if he or she can bear the responsibility, then only he or she should take the decision of becoming an entrepreneur. They are flexible. And Tata is the best example of flexibility. I mean, you will find Tata everywhere. He is in automobile, he is in ITC group, he is in consumer product. I mean, in wherever he has found opportunity, he has shifted, he has grabbed the opportunity and started his enterprise in that particular area. Planning. New authentication request. Entrepreneur, they plan ahead of time. Plan, innovate, and they proceed. Interpersonal. Entrepreneur will have to deal with different type of people. They'll have to deal with officers, they will have to deal with bankers, they'll have to deal with customer, they will have to deal with laborers. So if their interpersonal skill is strong, they can communicate well, polite, decent, then only they will be able to manage their enterprise. Motivation. Motivation is very important for entrepreneur. Sometimes the situation will be in their favor, sometimes it may not. Number one, they'll have to motivate themselves, and at the same time, they'll have to motivate their team also. If they'll be able to motivate their team, then they can take maximum output from them. Positive self-concept. Entrepreneur, normally they are suffering with positive self-concept. Now, if I do this session physically, then I normally ask this question to the target audience. what is positive self-concept. But
So
since
we can ask, yes, ma'am. They can put their answers in the chat box. So I'll
so, my dear student, please tell me, what do you understand by positive self-concept?
positive self-concept. So you can write your answers in the question answer chat box, and everybody who's typing the question, we'll take the questions in the end of the session. Positive self-concept. Hurry up, Ayushi, Gunjan, Anirudh. Rashmi.
Anyone can
Positive self-concept. You can type the answers in the chat box, people. Okay, so we have received self-assurance.
any one or two person can answer my question.
Ma'am, they are. Aditya said self-assurance. Then we have Ayushi is saying trying new things, knowing about themselves. Prince is saying self-confidence in oneself, trying to find optimist solution, confidence on ourselves that we can do. Abhishek is saying. Akshat is saying make your self-owned decision with your method to analyze problems which are faced by uncertainties by an organization. So we have received number of answers.
Okay. So positive self-concept is I am important. Society is important for me. At the same time, I am also important for the society. But how you will be able to build your positive self-concept? Only if you will do something extraordinary. I mean, just saying that I am important for the society, society will not recognize. So when a person will do something which will be recognized by the society, then only his or her positive self-concept will be built up. So for an entrepreneur, it is very much important he or she should work in such a way that society must recognize him, and that recognition will lead him or her to positive self-concept. So this is what I wanted to share with all of you. If you have any question, please ask quickly, one or two questions.
Sure. So ma'am, we'll take just few questions which are important, I think. So they say for startup, it is necessary to have experience of working under a company.
For startups, if you are raising finance, then definitely you will have to tie up with the company, and your innovative idea should be clicked to the financiers. Then only they are going to support. Otherwise, if you start by your own funds, then there is no need to go to any financial company. I think you all students, you are watching this Netflix and Prime TV. You might have seen Pictures. Picture is a very good web series on startups. You might see.
Is there any high risk, like because they talk about that there's too much high risk in and startup, and they open every day and they close every day. So this is one myth, or this is actually the point which is there. So Ayushi wants to add this. I think everybody who's here, they wants to ask this question.
Yeah, very important question you have asked. Many startup, they have come up, and at the same time they shut down because of lack of entrepreneurship. That's what I was trying to tell you, that if you have certain qualities, or if you can inculcate these qualities, your enterprise will never die. Your startup will never die. But if nowadays what I have seen, that there is a fancy among students. startup is a buzzword sort of. This feel that they are doing this or starting the startup. I mean, 3-4 students, 1 or 2 students, they are starting with an idea, and after some time they used to close down without doing proper analysis. If you start anything, it will fail. But if you start with proper planning, proper analysis, definitely it will work. I have seen many students who are doing very well. I mean, one 3 student, they have started Bolkar app. They are getting finance also, and they are running it very well. There are many startups. So it depends on your entrepreneurial values, entrepreneurial attitude, and entrepreneurial motivation. If you have these qualities, or if you can inculcate, if you don't have these qualities, don't worry. You can inculcate these qualities. If you inculcate these qualities, definitely you will be able to achieve your goal.
Thank you, ma'am. So Aditya has a question like, if someone is planning to start a business, what entity should they set up?
What
entity should they set up? So Aditya, you need to clear with this question. I think this question is maybe factors he wanted to ask, because entity is not.
Vartika, this is the last question I am addressing.
Sure, ma'am.
Because, I'll have to go to the ministry.
Sure.
Aditya, I would suggest you to attend our entrepreneurship development program. You will be able to understand what entities or what steps can be taken to start a startup, because there are a lot of procedure and formalities step by step. I mean, what I must say that first step is to understand yourself. First, you will have to understand yourself, entrepreneurial motivation, then opportunity identification, support ecosystem, business planning, enterprise management, procedures, statutory regulations. So there are many formalities, or I can say many entities, which you will have to follow. Then only you will be able to start your enterprise. And nowadays there are various schemes by Government of India which supports you. And for startup, I mean, first of all, your idea should be clicked to the agency whom you are approaching.
Thank you so much, ma'am, because students, ma'am has to go to ministry, and that's why she has to leave early. Ma'am, I would request you for one more session in the coming days, maybe when they come, so that they can have the clear-cut picture that how can, or maybe what are the government regulations on which they can start a norms. But thank you so much that you took time for our students from your busy schedule. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Vartika. Thank you. My dear participant, I enjoyed interacting with you. If they have any question, they can write to me. Vartika, you can send the question. I will definitely reply.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.